Are you worried about collecting your brand new EV? Are you afraid of setting off from the showroom in a brand new, totally strange car and making a total mess of it? I may be a veteran now, but I was scared when I went to collect my first EV. I didn't know what to expect because even the ordering and collection systems were totally different, and my experience was very unusual. Dave Takes It On presents the top 5 essential must-know things that I wish I had known when I collected my first EV. I took a long time and I did an awful lot of homework before deciding that an EV was right for me. But once I did, the selection and buying process was quick and simple. I selected a Tesla Model 3 and chose to lease. I requested a test drive, placed an order online, £100 deposit, refundable, and applied for the lease. I was accepted, and I got a date for the test drive and an expected delivery date from Tesla for the car. All done online, very different. At this point, I hadn't even seen a Tesla Model 3. And then I missed my test drive due to an unexpected hospital visit. So as I was passing one day, I decided to call into the Tesla showroom in person. I couldn't get an immediate test drive, but I did get to sit in the Model 3 and also a Model S that they had there. I had a long discussion with a very helpful agent. I quickly decided that a low-mileage used Model S better suited my needs than a brand new Model 3. So in store, I cancelled my Model 3 order, we went through the database, and I selected my current car, which was at another branch. I placed an immediate order, again £100 deposit, and also decided at that point not to lease. Back home, I applied for Tesla Finance and got an immediate acceptance, followed quickly after with a delivery date from Tesla. They transferred the car from another branch, and then things got scary really quickly. In no time at all, a friend was driving me to the showroom to collect my new car. As I approached, I realised I'd spent a huge sum of money. I'd never driven a Tesla Model S, or any Tesla, or even an EV, and my worries grew. So tip 1, do your homework before you set off. Google your car, check YouTube, talk to anyone who has an EV. There's an absolute mass of information out there. Dive in and find out all about it. Test drive it. Unlike me, make sure it is the right car and model for you. You won't be disappointed if it isn't, but there might be a better model more suited to you and your driving needs. You need to be able to arrive at the showroom and at least know how the door handles work and how to turn it on. Don't arrive with absolutely no knowledge and look a total numpty, particularly in front of a friend or partner. I even downloaded the car handbook days before I collected it and did know quite a lot, but the drive there was still scary and there was much more to learn. Tip 2. The agent or salesman who sold you the car was quite happy to spend tens of thousands of pounds of your money, so the very least they can do is to spend some time with you, helping you get familiar with your new car. My Tesla agent was an extremely helpful young man. I let him know that he wasn't just going to hand over the keys and wave me goodbye, and he was great. He walked me around the car, showed me the keys working, the buttons, how to open the boot and the fruit, that's the front boot. Then we sat in it, and again he was brilliant. He showed me how to adjust the seat, the mirrors, steering wheel, all to suit me, and then how to save it as a profile. He showed me the huge display screen. I went through each section, advising me on selecting the best settings for a newcomer, but showing me how to change it as I got to know the car. He covered things like driving mode, chill or sport, steering mode, suspension settings, regenerative brake settings, and dozens of other features. Now, it was at this point, it was important to me to know that the Tesla agent is not on commission. They get paid no matter who they talk to. I realised that a salesman on commission might not be quite as helpful at spending so much time with a customer who has already bought a car from him when there may be new customers in the showroom waiting to see him. Get your money's worth. I spent a good 20 minutes before I was happy and confident enough to drive off. Tip 3, don't drive off. The biggest challenge you will have with an EV is charging it for the rest of your time with your car. While you have your agent and there's a row of chargers outside, get him to help you charge it. If it's going to go wrong, it's better here than out on the road. Your car will already have a decent charge. It's not like ice cars where you get a few gallons, just barely enough to get you off the forecourt. But charging will be a new experience for you. Reversing, opening the charger port flap, which plug to choose, how to plug it in, how to set the charge, how to monitor it, how to tell when it's ready, how to unplug. Make sure you are happy with charging your new car before you set off. Tip 4. Set off and immediately go and find the nearest charger and go and charge it. Sounds strange, but it's one thing to charge in the showroom with their own chargers and an agent watching you. It's quite another to go to a strange charger station and be faced with multiple chargers, multiple plugs, multiple power levels, and complicated payment methods, RFID, contactless, mobile apps. Also, your car may have some free charging included with it at a specific charging network. Go there, activate it and charge. Again, at this point, the showroom is only a few miles away if things go wrong. It's quick and easy to turn back and greet your agent with a brand new challenge. Much better than finding yourself in the dark and rain with just 4 miles showing on the range, everything flashing red with warnings to charge your car immediately or the whole car will shut down and you can't get it to work. Charging is by far the biggest issue I get asked about or get commented on. So get charging sorted out really early and you will enjoy your car so much more. Tip 5. It may look weird, but when you get home, just sit in the car with the handbook and go through everything. Don't worry about people watching you. Look at every screen, every setting, try things out, adjust things to the way you like them, change them, adjust them back again. The more you can learn here, the more confident you will be out on the road. You don't want to be needing something for the first time while you're doing 70 miles an hour on the motorway. My first thing was the automatic headlight dip and main beam. I was driving along after a few weeks and suddenly the car started doing this automatically. I had no idea it could do that, nor how I'd activated it. It took a little while to work out, once I'd stopped. Now I use it all the time. Another was a few months later when I needed 2 new tyres. I knew I had air suspension, and with that I had to put it into jack mode or it could do serious damage. And I knew that there were specific jacking points on the car so that the jack did not destroy the battery, which was underneath. But at the garage, could I find the screen with jack mode? Well, yes, eventually, but it took a bit of searching while the mechanic stood patiently. He'd never worked on a Tesla either. Also, almost all EVs get their over-the-air updates. My older car now still gets 1 or 2 a month. While many are just charging improvements, some are really cool. You might get in your car one day and find a totally new operating system. All your icons have changed and moved. Again, just sit there for a few minutes, ignore your neighbours, find out what has changed that you use, find out how to control it or adjust it or turn it off before you need it. I'm still learning new things all the time. That's why I've started my channel, to try to pass some of that on to new EV owners or those thinking of buying their first EV, so it's not such an ordeal for them. Thanks for watching. I'm Dave.